Attention shoppers, whoppers, blitzkrieg boppers, bottle tops, and bottle stoppers. Welcome back to track 2, the track that listens most attentively. You shall see in scant seconds a fall to the finish on the squared oval between ranked number 145 in the world, the Fox Cities Roller Derby All-Stars versus the Dairyland Dolls B Team. What do you got to say, Daddy Pants?
All right, this is going to be a fantastic game. Close. Hopefully keep it exciting.
Excitement is our watchword. I'm so excited I can't sit down. I'm not a part of your machine, man.
I see that. Well, we could start by introducing some of the players if you'd like.
This is a radical thought, but it must be true.
So the Mad Rollin Dolls, Dairyland Dolls B team. Let's start with them. Number 141, Hammer Abby. Number 1967, Jocelyn Hell. Number 215, Booty Collins. Number 218, Toast. Number 25, Tuna Faye. And number 262, Nat Splat. Number 270, Cyanide. Number 3006, Bonnie Riot. Number 32, Dalek Doll. Number 48, Micro Mauler. Number 617, Ginga Snap. Ginger Snap. Number 750, Whiskey Chaser. Number 7734, Hell Woods. Number 84, Eleanor Roosevelt. Number 97, Anna Roll. Anna Roll.
I get it. Thanks for figuring that one out for me. And wearing the Pantone Cool Gray 11 jerseys from Appleton, Wisconsin, or thereabouts, it's the Fox Cities Roller Derby. Fox Cities All-Stars, heretofore referred to as Fox Cities. And they shall number as follows. 103 is Sharp Pains. Number 1034 is St. Abby Von Shanks. 1701 is Deviled Meg. Number 21 is Lulu Palooza. 307 shall be Chick Norris. Number 314 is Chop Stick Ya. 35 is Jalapeno. Number 4011 is Banana Ramya. Number 50 is Tilly Scream. 648 is Tsunami Mommy. Number 717, Do Your Duty. For that booty, it shall be the Dairy Heiress. Number 808 is Razor. Number 86 is a lot of issues. And rounding out the roster for the Good Ships Fox Cities All-Stars shall be number 99, Lorelei Kilmore. How about that?
They're lining up on the jammer line as we speak.
And it looks like we're going to have Chick Norris wearing the gray of Fox Cities, taking on Ginger Snap wearing the blue of the Dairyland Dolls B team. Since we can't actually see the backs of the jammer jerseys from this vantage point, we are trusting Ringster to deliver flawless and unbiased information. No fake news from Ringster.
And coincidentally, this is Ginger Snap's first game back since a hand injury.
In that case, we're going to have to hand it to her, and she breaks around the outside of the pack. Ginger Snap is lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls B team. I need some colloquial referent for the Dairyland Dolls B team. That's kind of a mouthful. And circling around and completing that, RollerCon Grand Slam. I do believe that is Ginger Snap. Chick Norris now out and about on her scoring pass. Partial scoring pass completed by Ginger Snap. No points picked up by Fox Cities. A few more for Dairyland.
One blocker in the box for Fox Cities.
And that's just not any old penalty box. That is the Rydell penalty box. The finest penalty box in the free world.
Jocelyn Hell is out there for Dairyland Dolls. Deviled Meg for Fox City.
Deviled Meg spent a year in the, whatever the Washington State is, goofing off with the Jet City Roller Girls, and it is, in fact, Deviled Meg bursting forth, seeking out new life and new adventures. She is your lead jammer. Meg in the pack, scoring points, turned around, turnstiled a bit. Dairyland Dolls sneaking in on the inside. 2 points scored for Fox Cities. They're on the board, but 4 taken on the inside there for the Dairyland Dolls B team. Jocelyn Hell sneaking out 4 points. Score is going to be 12-2. The 28-minute mark of the first period.
Fox City's going to start out with 2 in the box. That is the Rydell penalty box to start this jam.
And for Fox Cities in the gray, that is number 314, listen to me, Chopstickia, who has been skating roller derby longer than I have been announcing. But it is number 141 for the Dairyland Dolls B team, that esteemed journalist Hammer Abby, the lead jammer. Abby and her scoring pass escapes from the diminished Fox Cities blocker core, completes a roller con grand slam. 5 more points for Dairyland. And that is a second grand slam of the roller con kind for Hammer Abbey. Fox is now getting their blocking core back up, and just like that, Chopstickia almost freed, sent outside. Another grand slam, roller con grand slam. Not just any grand slam.
Not just any grand slam.
Anybody can score a grand slam, well, except for me. Back blocks being whistled. All kinds of things being whistled. Body's hitting the tasty concrete, and it looks like Chopstick is heading to the Rydell penalty box. It is going to be an all-about derby power jam for the Dairyland Dolls. And that's going to be also a roller con grand slam. Thank you for allowing us to hit all 3 of our sponsored mentions in the course of one breath. It looks like the all-about derby is the power jam foot. Anyway.
Hammer Abbey is headed to the penalty box. Looks like she got called for a back block.
And meanwhile, Chopstickia in there and scoring points, but she is sent to the delightful concrete of turn 2.
Correction, that was a charging penalty.
50 years from now, who'll know the difference? Hammer Abbey back picks up where she left off. 4 more points for Dairyland. Chopstickia really having a rough go with that locked-in Dairyland defense. I'm not sure how many points that's been this time for Hammer Abbey, but by golly, that's another roller con grand slam. The Fox is back on their heels, and I called them Foxes twice. That's $2 in the swear jar for me.
That's 29 points for Hammer Abbey on that jam, including her visit to the penalty box.
That's not terrible work. Looks like we're going to have Chick Norris, number 307, in the gray of Fox Cities, returning to the jammer line. She is paired up with Jocelyn Hell, you say? Toast. Well, I heard this part. Thank you, producer. Well, it's time to see if I can make a Mr. T experience about Chick Norris being more than toast, but less than a staple gun. Thus far, 30 seconds into this jam, and no one is broken free. Now we've got Toast sneaking out, but she is sent outside by Lorelei Kilmore, and she is sent to the Rydell penalty box for a track cut. It is going to be a roller con, no, an all-about derby power jam, because the Rydell penalty box is full, and it could lead to a roller con grand slam, but we are only speculative right now. Pack stopped on the track in that exciting modern derby formation.
Chick Norris looked like she got a no pass, no penalty, so I don't think there's going to be a lead jammer. This is going to go the full 2 minutes.
I think she can do it. She's got the stamina. She has the technology. Can she burst through this threshery of Dairyland Dolls defenders? We've got another blocker sent to the penalty box, the Rydell penalty box for a forearm. But that is going to be Fox City's first roller con grand slam of the game. Still got approximately half a minute, and Chick Norris finds going a bit easier that time. All the attention of the pack concentrated on the outside. Chick Norris on the inside for a 4-point pass.
Toast is still trying to find her way through the pack.
And Toast now out on her initial scoring pass, but that jam is going to be called on time. So nice work there for Fox Cities, righting the ship a bit. 41-11 is our score. 30 points is our lead for Dairyland. Let me tell you. Want to celebrate your big win with a drink? Head to 42 Lounge for great specials. Get a PBR, Miller Lite, or High Life with a shot of Tullamore Dew for $5. Add $1 off specialty cocktails all weekend for anyone who shows their ticket stub or badge. 42 Lounge is located at 326 East Mason Street, presumably not the East Mason Street in Green Bay. Got Deviled Meg hopping about. Jammer of record for Fox Cities. And that's Eleanor Roosevelt taking and relinquishing the jammer line for the first time this afternoon for Dairyland. Razor with a nice positional block. She formed the last line of defense. Now she's got help from Derrieras. Meg turning every which way but loose. Whistles blowing. Someone going. And it appears that Deviled Meg being sent to the Rydell penalty box for a back block. This is going to be an all-about Derby power jam for Dairyland. Excuse me, a cut. It was a back pluck, now it's a cut. Wow.
That was a cut on Eleanor Roosevelt.
That is going to.
They'll do a switcheroo.
It is now an all-about Derby power jam for Deviled Meg and the Fox Cities Roller Derby All-Stars. Rydell penalty box disgorges its contestants, its former imprisonees. Under 50 seconds to go in the jam now. No pack indicated. Pack swells back up to consume itself like reformulating amoeba halves. And then splits. The cellular meiosis and mitosis of the pack is a thing to behold. Staunch defense. Bridging being employed by Dairyland. Now a 2. Now, and that last defender hits Meg. Improper pass. She doesn't care. She's out of the pack and trying to score some points in this last 20 seconds of the jam. And Eleanor Roosevelt out, trying to see if she can pick up some last second points. Meg already in the pack, presumably scoring points. We see 4 fingers, 4-point pass for Deviled Meg. No points for Dairyland, going to be 41-20 now our score.
And that's Dairyland held scoreless the last 3 jams. Fox City closing the gap on these last 3 jams, scoring points on each one.
And the jammer of record right now for Fox Cities is number 314 in the gray. That's Chopstick as she's paired up with Ginger Snap, number 617 of Dairyland. In case you're wholly unfamiliar with everything, Dairyland in the blue, and that's their B team, Fox Cities in the gray. Chopsticky attempting to ram through a well-congealed wall of Dairyland blue. She does so. Chopsticky lead jammer Fox Cities.
Ginger Snap getting through the pack.
Looks like, yep, Chopsticky on a bit of a time budget there. Gets 3 points, calls it off. Nice surgical strike there. 3 more, 41-23 is now our score. That's like Dirk Nowitzki versus LeBron James. Jersey-wise, not age-wise.
Fox City can continue their scoring streak. The last 4 jams.
Oh, yes, they call it the streak. Jackson Skate Packages have everything you need for a great price. 4 options under $275, including heat molding, Adam wheels, and the Pilot Raptor plates. Visit the Adam booth for your next upgrade in skates.
Old German Beer Hall. With a great selection of German beer and festival food, you can experience authentic Bavarian at the Old German Beer Hall. Enjoy 20% off your entire bill when you mention BrewHaHa or the Brew City Brewers. The Old German Beer Hall is located 1009 North Old World 3rd Street.
Historic 3rd Ward. Very well then. With the lead truncated to 18 points, I'm 18, says the lead, and Alice Cooper. Jammer for the Dairyland Dolls in the blue is Jocelyn Hell, number 1967. Fox City shall spew out the Dairy Heiress, number 717. And as I'm so fond of saying, that's my house number. In case you were wondering about my house number, and I'm sure many of you in the audience were speculating upon that.
I know I was.
Prop bets in abundance today at BrewHaHa. Dairy struggles behind a braced four blob of Dairyland Dolls defenders, in which she finds herself completely enmeshed. Lead Jammer's going to go to the Dairyland, and that is Jocelyn Hell. And Dairy Heiress now escaping. Dairy Heiress on Dairyland Dolls, just about in position to score points, scores no further points. And I believe that's going to snap Fox Cities' scoring streak.
Absolutely. Sir? They are done. That ends that on that jam for Fox City.
We appear to have Chick Norris retaking the jammer line for Fox Cities, number 307 in the gray. And way back somewhere, our lead jammer shall be number 141. That's Hammer Abby, who incidentally is the game's leading scorer. Scored 29 points on her last go-round. Let's see if she can be kept quelled by the Fox Cities defense. There's some minor quelling going on by Lorelei Kilmore, just enough to get the Fox's defense back in front of her. Chick Norris out of the pack, but not lead jammer. Hammer Abby gets out of the pack with lead jammer status, calls it off, being a half lap behind her opposite number. And the score is maintained at 45-23. Deviled Meg back on the jammer line for Fox City, 17:01 in the gray.
Fox City now on a bit of a scoring drought the last three jams.
And that is Toast number 218. Which is somebody's area code. Toast and Jammer in the lead, but as the kids used to say, not lead jammer. Deviled Meg, lead jammer Fox Cities. Let's see if there's any unexpected phenomenon going on here. Well, I guess the unexpected phenomenon is happening. Deviled Meg gets through the pack. This did not at all transpire as I imagined it to transpire. That is 4-point pass for Deviled Meg as Toast is getting bashed around. I don't think Toast realized she wasn't lead jammer. She's got a track cut. That's heading her to the Rydell penalty box for an all-about Derby power jam for Fox Cities. Not only that, but a RollerCon Grand Slam for Fox Cities. Deviled Meg now on her second scoring pass. I, like many others of my ilk, assumed Deviled Meg was going to attempt to call the jam when she was not the jammer in the lead, but what the heck? That didn't happen that way, and it seems to have worked out all right. Both defenses reasonably set. Body is circulating and falling.
Fox City still one blocker short.
And just as you say that, Tsunami Mommy exits the Rydell penalty box. And just as we say that, number 270.
Is that what she got? I didn't see it.
Enters Cyanide. And that's going to be 4 points picked up by Fox Cities.
Cyanide gets a blocking out of bounds penalty right at the end of that jam.
You'll be excited to know that the score is now 7 squared for the Dairyland Dolls B team and 6 squared for the Fox Cities Foxes. You'll also be excited to know that in the other game and the other track, Minnesota had just scored Milwaukee's area code, and that's over with 2. A Chopsticky jammer of record for Fox Cities. And we have got Eleanor Roosevelt, number 84, in the blue jammer of record for Dairyland. Everybody knocking each other around like Newton's metal ball things. Chopsticky lead jammer, but forced to recycle. or at least induced to recycle, coerced into recycling. She's going to call it off. Zeros across the board. We have attained a Leicester. Chick Norris back on the jammer line for Fox Cities, 307 in the gray. And Ginger Snap, number 617 in the blue, jammer of record for Dairyland. Once again, we see both defenses coagulating, but whatever. Chick Norris, lead jammer, Fox Cities. Defense still on Ginger Snap for Fox Cities. Got her left and right, nudge to the infield, but not so much that she does. Oh, she does get the track cut. It is going to be an all-about Derby power jam for Fox Cities. And a roller con grand slam for Fox Cities.
This is going to be a third lead jam in a row for Fox City.
And this lead appears to be whittled to double digits. This lead's whittled down by another 5 points, and it's another all-about Derby power jam. Don't look now, but Fox Cities can take the lead on this pass.
Tried to work her way on the inside. Almost successful, but has to change to the outside and picks up 5 more points for a roller con grand slam.
And that roller con grand slam is going to be a lead change in favor of Fox Cities, and it's going to be a track cut on Ginger Snap. It is going to be an all-about Derby power jam as she sits in the Rydell penalty box. With another roller con grand slam picked up, 56-49 is suddenly our score. 8 times 7 versus 7 squared.
After those three leads in a row, able to pick up, looks like 23 points for 56. The score now stands at Dairyland Dalles 49, Fox Cities 56.
So if I understand your notes correctly, Fox City scored as many points in the last 3 jams as they did in the first 9.
And that last jam was the highest scoring jam for Fox City, 20 points.
And this all-about Derby power jam starts with Devil Meg. However, Devil Meg sees the time ticking away like sands through the hourglass. She is lead jammer. Out and free, and she's going to draw a penalty on the blocker for Dairyland Dolls. They will be headed to the Rydell penalty box. Devil Meg, lead jammer, out and about, and on her scoring pass. Meg receives sage instruction from her bench coaching staff. Ginger Snap, jammer of record for Dairyland. Ginger Snap's going to pick up 4 points for Dairyland.
Trying to get around the outside. Meg calling that jam off with 4 more points.
That last scoring pass was kind of a horse apiece, but that is going to be... Trying to do the math in my head, and it's not adding up, but I do know that 64 is 2 to the 6 power for Fox Cities. Whereas 53, expressed in inches, is the height in a tractor trailer. Back to the jammer line. That is Chopstickia 314 in the gray for Fox Cities. And Jocelyn Hell, number 1967, jammer for Dairyland. Jocelyn Hell, lead jammer for Dairyland. And Chopstickia now out, both jammers free of the pack.
And that's going to be the first lead jam for Dairyland Dolls in the last 5.
Let's see how the whistles all shake out here. All right then. I guess we just have a 0-0 jam, and we have Dairy Eris taking a seat in the Rydell penalty box for what I believe would be either a block out of bounds or a low block on the jammer for Dairyland Dolls. I've been instructed to look on things. Nobody can hear me anyway.
Looks like a low block.
All right, low block it is, and as Hammer Abby out of the pack, she is not lead jammer due to a no pass, no penalty. But Chick Norris, the jammer of record for Fox Cities, is stuck in a roadblock. Chick Norris, lead jammer for Fox Cities. Looks like that trip through the pack took a little bit of the starch out of the sails of Chick Norris. 4 points thrown up on the board by Hammer Abby. Chick Norris now trying to get the points back. It looks like 4 points for everybody there. So the status quo is maintained as far as the lead goes. Score is up to 68-57. Gail Gillingham's jersey number versus Ken Bowman's jersey number. Deviled Meg back on the line for Fox Cities, number 1701, like a famous Starship of Legend. Not the Starship of Legend that was a bar in Milwaukee where the punk bands played. And 218 Toast, jammer of record for the Dairyland Dolls B team. Deviled Meg is lead jammer for Fox Cities. Toast escapes on the outside. Tsunami Mommy gets a shoulder into her and slows her up. Now Meg in the pack. And Toast taking a seat in the Rydell penalty box. It is going to be an all-about Derby power jam for the Fox Cities. And it's also going to be a RollerCon Grand Slam. That's a low block that brought about this power jam situation. And vocal urging from the bench causes a call off from Deviled Meg, but not before another 4 points are added to the Fox Cities score. So, at the all-important 7-minute and 17-second mark of the first period, it's a 20-point lead for Fox Cities.
And Fox City's been scoring pretty regularly in every jam here, except the second to the last jam. They didn't get any points, but after taking the lead, they're scoring consistently. Have kept Dairyland Dolls scoreless for 2 of them, and then another 2.
And things started off in a power jam situation. Things are not that way anymore. The Rydell penalty box has disgorged all occupants. Chopsticky trying to batter her way through the defense of Dairyland. Meanwhile, Toast attempting to batter her way through Fox Cities. Bodies hither and yon, and from the penalty box it is Toast, lead jammer, Dairyland Dolls B team, the DDBs, if you will. Toast scoring points and bodies falling like candle pins, whatever they are. Toast forced to recycle by, I believe that's Razor up there. Beg pardon, that's a lot of issues. Got a whistle for a track cut. Looks to be sending. Well, what the heck? We've got 2 occupants headed to the Rydell penalty box. 3-on-3 as far as the pack goes. 1-on-1 as far as the jammers go. Veritable Drano should be called for in order to break up these clogs of humanity, but the defenses are set and they don't appear to be going anywhere. This is kind of like when you go to Dairy Queen and they tip the Blizzard upside down just so you can see how thick and impermeable it is. Both jammers retreating to the back of the pack. However, it does look like we've got the Fox Cities defense split up, and we have the Dairyland Dolls holding tight, and that is going to allow Toast to spring free, but I don't think she's going to be able to get any. Oh, excuse me, she's already got points. Got a RollerCon Grand Slam out of all that whole fracas.
Able to pick up 5 points for the Dairyland Dolls held Fox City scoreless.
That was a bit of a grinder.
Looks like we've got a full complement of skaters on the track.
And one of those skaters should be Chick Norris, jammer for Fox Cities. The other should be Ginger Snap, and it is Chick Norris, 307 out and about. She is your lead jammer. Ginger Snap giving chase. We've got Dairyland at the front of the pack. We've got Foxes at the rear. And stout defense from Dairyland's going to force a call off. We have played another Leicester. Zeros across the board. 77-62 remains our score. 15 points remains our lead.
There's a timeout. Dairyland Dolls. And speaking of the Dairyland Dolls, they've had 6 leads in this game, and Fox Cities had 9. Score is still close. 62-77.
Don't stuff your skates in a bag. Show them off with a bruised skate sling. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, or bruisedsn.com.
Who got lead that last
one? Furthermore, Powerdyne has changed the game again. Stop by the Rydell booth and check out the all-new. And then it stops. It doesn't even say Cav Fief, it just says all new. Well, check it out. It's all new.
With the timeouts over, we're headed back to the track and the jam line. Looks like Jocelyn Hell is going to be there for Dairyland, and Deviled Meg is out there for Fox Cities.
So be it. Deviled Meg pierces the first line of Dairyland defense, but is repelled by others. Bodies flop. And a madcap pileup, and stepping to the inside, that's Jocelyn Hell. She is lead jammer for Dairyland. Meg still trapped behind that last wall of Dairyland defense. Dairyland recycles their defenders in front of the oncoming jammer. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A Rollercon Grand Slam for Jocelyn Hell. Dairyland has now cut the lead to 10 points.
And Fox City looks like they completed a star pass from Deviled Meg to Banana Rima.
Banana Remya. Right on. Banana looked like she was in the pack scoring points, but forced to recycle. Everyone now hung up in the no person's land between jammer and pivot lines. No pack now indicated. And Dairyland Dolls will be sending Dalek Doll to the Rydell penalty box, and Banana Ramya will escape with a Rollercon Grand Slam.
Who did it? I didn't know who did it.
Fox City's defense. I was going to say they're really clamping down on the jammer, but the jammer was apparently in the all about the Rollercon and the Rydell penalty box. We love all our sponsors, but only one can sponsor the penalty box. It's going to be 4 points for Jocelyn Hill. It's going to be 5 points. That is a Rollercon Grand Slam way back when I was first talking for Fox Cities. Banana Ramya trudges with her eyes on the clock. 4 more points. Does not look like she will be piling up any more points, but it does look like Jocelyn Hell picks up some at the end of the jam. 4 more. So I don't know how that all maths out, but it looks like 91-75. Fox Cities gets a little bit of the breathing room back, and we are under the 2-minute mark of the first period. Chopstickia appears poised to be jammer for Fox Cities.
Chop.
But it is the illustrious Hammer Abby. She is the lead jammer for the Dairyland.
Got 3 out of 4 lead jams.
Dairyland looks like a Dairy Heiress, rather, taking a seat on the Rydell penalty box.
And Hammer Abby.
And that is a Rollercon Grand Slam for Hammer Abby. Suddenly we got blockers aplenty. Maximum limit applied for Fox Cities. This could be a big jam at the end of the half for Hammer Abbey and Dairyland Dolls.
And she's gotten 3 leads out of her last 4 jams. Hammer Abbey picking up another 5 points on that RollerCon Grand Slam.
Hammer Abbey's got this one in a I believe Dairyland can take the lead back on that pass, and I believe they just might. So in a back and forth first period, which is now done, it looks like at the very end, Dairyland Dolls takes the lead back 95-91. Apparently our score, 4 points, apparently our lead.
And it looks like we've got an official review coming up by Fox City. Leaves 14 seconds on the board.
Well, if that score stands, that's a 20-0, a quadruple Grand Slam jam for Hammer Abbey, who herself has scored 57 points, which is not a bad half's work.
She's the highest scoring jammer from the Dairyland Dolls.
The highest scoring jammer for everybody.
Chick Norris is sitting at 38.
So, Daddy Pants, let me ask you a trivia question that is not roller derby related. Can you name the 2 current NBA franchises who once called this venue their home? One should be easy, one less so.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
All right, that's one. That's not the hard one, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. And it would just be a guess at this point. Milwaukee Bears?
Well, your heart's in the right place. The team who moved to St. Louis, then moved to Atlanta, the Atlanta Hawks, used to be in Milwaukee. They used to be the Milwaukee Hawks. They used to play their home games here back in the early 50s. How about that?
How about that? Interesting trivia.
Interesting with air quotes. All right, that's cool. Looks like we got a 4-point lead maintained for the Dairyland Dolls B team. And it looks like we're going to have Toast on the jammer line for Dairyland, number 218 in the blue. She shall be paired with Chick Norris, 307 in the gray. Chick Norris almost emerging. Chick Norris emerges. Looks like we got some extra time put back on the period clock. It makes no never mind to me. Chick Norris, lead jammer.
I have some news on the official review. Fox City they were asking for a forearm, which was upheld.
And that is, if I can break the drama of the review, that is a RollerCon Grand Slam and a lead change once again for Fox Cities. Chick Norris destabilized somewhere through a second scoring pass, I believe. Points being taken back for Dairyland. And now Chick Norris heads to the penalty box for a track cut. And just like that, the wheels come off the wagon a little bit in the last half of this jam for Fox Cities.
This is going to go the full 2 minutes.
Maximizing our derby pleasure.
Good call on the official review by Fox City.
And Toast is out and through for a RollerCon Grand Slam.
Yes.
During that All About Derby Power Jam. Caused by a trip to the Rydell penalty box. Chick Norris out, completes that scoring pass, which I think is a different score, the same scoring pass. I don't know, whatever. I'll count fingers later. Everybody breaking the century mark. Jam clock in single digits. Chick Norris grunting, stressing, and straining to score those last points of the period. And we'll round up the fingers and tell you where the score stands in case you don't read gigantic scoreboards so well.
It was 10 points for the Dairyland Dolls and 13 points for Fox City, keeping it within 1 point to begin the second half, making this a close An exciting game. Just as we predicted, Norb.
Just as we predicted, as we boldly predicted. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I just want to remind you that to experience the ATI difference, visit ATIPT.com or stop into one of their over 19 Milwaukee area clinics for a complimentary injury screening.
Don't forget Zankia, Sunkia, Zankia. Sunkia Vietnamese restaurant for 15% off your entire bill, featuring banh mi, sandwiches, pho noodles. Sunkia is Milwaukee's source for the freshest Vietnamese cuisine. Show your BrewHaHa badge and receive an exclusive discount offer. Sunkia is located at 222 West Wells Street.
Well, Zankia very much, I think, will be back for the second half. All right, so I'll start talking and like you can give a bunch of exciting, cool stats and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to start. Where do I start? Where do you want me to start?
Go ahead and start now.
Start now?
Yeah.
Okay. Very well, then. Thank you for recongealing after the brief 10-minute halftime. To witness the thrilling conclusion of the Dairyland Dolls B team versus the Fox Cities Roller Derby All-Stars, it is a one-point game, therefore should need no further hard sell from the likes of us. However, here with a lot of exciting statistics and observations, it's Daddy Pants.
Thanks, Norb. It looks like Hammer Abby, she was a high scorer for the Dairyland Dolls with 57. Next was Toast with 19. Jocelyn Hell with 17. Chick Norris for Fox Cities with 51 points. She is the high-scoring jammer for that team. Deviled Meg was next with 36, and then Banana Ramia with 14. So total 8 leads for the Derby Dolls, the Dairyland Dolls B team, and 10 lead jams for the Fox Cities. Penalties aren't looking too bad at this point. Toast has 3. Alec Doll has 3. And Whiskey Chaser has 3. All for Dairyland Dolls. And Fox Cities, they're not in not even close to any penalty trouble.
Looks like a lot of issues has got 3, and that's about it.
That's about it.
I'm going to rework that Mr. T experience reference in here. Nobody's got more than Toast regarding penalty. All right, never mind.
Mr. T, Toast?
All right.
I like it, though.
My MTX,
I like
MTX references go for sort of a specialized audience, I think. Whatever. More than Toast, less than a staple gun. Got to point out that in BrewHaHa's past, I have announced with Hammer Abby. I did not realize she was capable of throwing down 57 points in an entire first half. But
that's amazing.
I learn things. Yes, I learn things every day by observing and keeping my mouth shut. It's kind of too scary to have both of us on the microphone at the same time. It's like two hyperactive weirdos trying to call a horse race. And that's why we get paid the big bucks we do.
I'm going to try this.
So, 1-point game. What the heck? Looks like we are, in fact, going to have Hammer Abby at the jammer line for Dairyland in the blue, and we're going to have Chick Norris on the jammer line for Fox Cities in the gray, and I believe that's how we started the first half. It's the rhythm of nature.
I think that's how we started.
Nope, I lied.
You were close.
I had the colors correct. And they're off. And Abby trying to twist her way through the 3 remaining Fox Cities defenders as Fox Cities regains a full complement. A lot of issues remains in the rear, so a 3-1 defensive structure for Fox Cities, but is all for naught. Hammer Abby, lead jammer, Dairyland. And Chick Norris breaks free of encumbrances. But Hammer Abby, with seemingly minimal effort, although that's easy for me to say, picks up 4 points and boosts that lead to 5 points for Dairyland. Going to have Devil Meg back on the jammer line for Fox Cities in the gray. Going to have Jocelyn Hell, number 1967, back on the jammer line for the Dairyland Dolls B team. I think 1967 is the first year anybody saw a spaceship bearing number NCC 1701 on TV. I'm not swearing to that. And around on the outside is seemingly lost in the shuffle. That is Jocelyn Hell, lead jammer for the Dairyland, the Dolls B team. Jocelyn Hell stopped by everybody, finds a little daylight on the inside, steps through. That ought to be a RollerCon Grand Slam for the DDBs. Deviled Meg still stuck in a bunch of goop at the front of the pack. We've got 3 Dolls in front. We've got 1 bridging. That's going to separate out to 2, and Deviled Meg by simple attrition breaks free. She is on her initial scoring pass. But in the pack on her second scoring pass and scoring more points and calling off the jam after 1 more point as Jocelyn Hell. It's going to be a touchdown's worth of points separating the 2 teams if I'm counting correctly, and I'm apparently not. All right, it's 11 points.
6 points for Dairyland Dolls on that last jam. Bring it to 115 for the Dairyland Dolls and Fox Cities 104. Held scoreless in this second half so far.
Got Chopstickia, jammer of record for Fox Cities. In the gray, we have got Ginger Snap, number 617 for Dairyland. And Ginger Snap, just as I say, just your thing, is lead jammer for Dairyland. She makes a jammer lap point out of Chopstickia. Banana Ramya sends.
It looks like a...
And we've got a track cut, it does appear.
This is going to be a...
Oh, goodness.
All About Derby Power Jam coming up for Fox Cities. And it's going to go the full 2 minutes.
Chopstickia right now, the only active jammer on the track, who picks up a RollerCon Grand Slam. 5 points off that lead, 5 points for Fox Cities. Lead can be brought down to a single point on this pass. Unless I've botched up that mathematics as well. Chopstickia being held well in check by a 3-person defensive glob by Dairyland.
It all depends on the defense, Norb.
Well, the defense from Fox City has set themselves about 15 minutes in advance for the encroaching return from the Rydell penalty box of the Dairyland Dolls jammer. And thus far, it has served them fairly well. Now we see Fox Cities trying to control the front of the pack regarding jam. Banana Ramya, a 1 human wrecking crew. Looks like Lord I. Kilmore, who is set very well for a block, is being sent to the Rydell penalty box. All manner of physical conflict and a RollerCon Grand Slam picked up by Dairyland Dolls. Chopstickia recycled for Fox Cities. This is shaping up to be a large jam for Dairyland. Chopstickia behind everybody wearing blue. And that is going to be called after 1 more point for, I beg your pardon, 1 more point for Dairyland, but 5 more for Fox Cities. That's actually 4 off the lead. It's going to be 121. That's 11 squared for Dairyland. Going to be 114. A rather unremarkable number for Fox Cities, but it is a 7-point lead.
Hammer Abbey out there again for Dairyland Dolls. Fox Cities, Chick Norris taking the jam line.
That's 1 skater who scored 61 versus 1 skater who scored 51. No pack called. Everybody retreating to the back. And emerging from the front, that is Chick Norris, lead jammer, Fox Cities.
That is going to be the first lead jam of this second half for Fox Cities.
Derriere is the pivot for Fox Cities, taking a seat in the Rydell penalty box. 2 points scored for Fox Cities, bringing this down to a 5-point, i.e. 1 scoring pass game. Still 11 squared for Dairyland, and it is 10 squared plus 2 to the 4th power for Fox Cities. That is true. I fact-checked that before I blurted it out. The odds of somebody checking my math at this hour of the afternoon are pretty scant. But we have number 1967, Jocelyn Hell, lead jammer for Dairyland. Deviled Meg, meanwhile, trapped behind and that's going to be a track cut on Deviled Meg. She shall retreat all the way back to the Rydell penalty box. It is an all-about Derby power jam and a RollerCon Grand Slam for Dairyland.
Deviled Meg not making it through the pack.
Dairy Airs returns to play from the Rydell penalty box, but Fox City is still down their jammer. And that is a RollerCon Grand Slam as the All About Derby Power Jam continues. Fox City has set their defense at the front of the pack, leaving Dairyland to mind the rear. Both teams at full strength and moving in cataclysmic ways. Devil McNow out on her initial pass with over a minute gone in the jam. That's going to necessitate a call off. Going to be 4 more points for Dairyland. Dolls, however, 135 to 116 is our lead. Suddenly a 19-point lead for Dairyland.
That was a 14-point jam for Jocelyn Hell and the Dairyland Dolls.
Chopstick you back as jammer for Fox Cities, 314 in the gray. Toast once again jammer for Dairyland. That is 218 in the blue. Both teams going with 4 jammers thus far, I think. Well, I beg my pardon. I've been informed by my producer that the Foxes are on a 3-jammer rotation in the second half. Be that as it may, the only way jammers are rotating right now is backwards to reset themselves behind the defense. And that's going to send, something's going to send Chopsticky to the Rydell penalty box. It is an all-about Derby power jam and lead jammer for Dairyland Dolls. Toast is lead jammer. Toast is in the back. Toast is scoring points with every gray jersey she passes. Toast being worked to the outside corner by Dairyland Dolls. Not effectively enough. Toast picks up a grand slam and continues her onslaught. And Toast exited out by Tsunami Mommy, but is that an out-of-play block call? Well, either way, it's going to be a RollerCon Grand Slam. 5 more points for Dairyland. And an elbows penalty sends Chopsticky to the Rydell penalty box. Once again, it is another all-about Derby power jam.
And that brings Chopsticky to 3 penalties total now. Still nobody in penalty trouble.
And it is a 34-point lead, rather, with 20 and a half minutes to go in the game. And a all-about Derby power jam power start for Dairyland.
Fox City's only scored on the last only two of the last 6 jams.
And Hammer Abby out and through, but that is a back block. Came out of that pack off the jammer line, rather, a little bit too hot. Blasted into the rearward dorsal side of the Fox Cities defender. It's now going to be an all-about Derby power jam for Fox Cities. Fox Cities back at full strength. Chopstick, lead jammer, Fox Cities.
Only second time getting lead in this second half for Fox Cities.
Fox Cities concentrating their defensive efforts on the pivot. And now they've got a bigger headache as Hammer Abby is out and back. And she is out on her initial scoring pass. Chopstick calls it off. Let's see if any chaos can be wreaked by Dairyland. Apparently not. 4 points for Fox City is a 150 to 120. Nice even 30-point lead. 19-10 like the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. Time remaining in the game. And that's Chick Norris, the sole jammer right now on the jammer line for Fox Cities. Dairyland up in the front of the pack. Fox City is going to allow their jammer to bash her way through by herself. That bears fruit. Lead jammer Chick Norris.
And she's on her All About Derby Power jam.
Once again, we see the Fox Cities defense eyeing up that jammer long in advance of their exodus is the word I was looking for from the Rydell penalty box. But whatever, we've got Chick Norris calling it off, keeping Hammurabi off the board. And a grand slam of the Roller Con variety for Fox Cities. So it is now 150 to 125. So Fox Cities has 5 cubed. And the lead is 5 squared. Crazy how that works.
9 points in the last 2 jams for Fox Cities.
Which is 3 squared.
And they got lead both times.
Devil Meg and Jocelyn Hell are jammers. Jocelyn Hell with 1 to beat. Jocelyn Hell out and free. Lead jammer goes to the Dairyland Dolls B team. Devil Meg also shakes her oppressors. Jocelyn Hell scoring points for Dairyland. Calls it off, keeps Devil Meg off the board. And that's a 4-point pass. Nicely done there for Jocelyn Hell. 154 to 125 is our score. 29-point lead. 17 minutes to go.
Bruce. It's their first jam. Eleanor Bruesevelt on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. This is their first time out jamming in the second half. Derry Harris is out there for Fox Cities, and this is her first time. So 2 first-timers in the second half here.
And Derry Harris is lead jammer. Derry Harris for Fox Cities actually was an original founding member of Fox Cities back when they were known as the Fox Cities Foxes, as was Chopstickia. She played primarily as jammer for the first few years, and she started morphing into more of a pivot type, but be that as it may, she picks up 3 unanswered for Fox Cities. 154 to 128 is our score. 26 points is our lead. 16 minutes and change to go.
You got to get them done. We got through. I'll get them in a minute. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
I would say wait.
We got to get through these. Yeah, I will.
Going to have Hammurabi back on the jammer line for the B team of the Dairyland Dolls, paired with Chick Norris, 307 in the gray of the Fox Cities Roller Derby All-Stars. Chick has got 1 to beat. It's Micro Mahler attempting to positionally get herself in the way. Micro Mahler's already got a look and check the rear view mirror. That's going to allow Chick Norris to usurp lead jammer status for Fox Cities. Chick out, completes a scoring pad, does not. She is being sent to the Rydell penalty box for a forearm penalty. It is an all-about Derby power jam for Dairyland, as well as a Roller Con Grand Slam.
And this is going to be a 2-minute jam.
I like that with echo, though. Full, 2 minutes.
And Chick Norris in the penalty box is the reason for the 2-minute jam. She lost the lead.
And we have got another forearm being called, and this one is on. Looks like a lot of issues for Fox Cities, so the Rydell penalty box shall have, well, I guess a blocker. Had a jammer. The more things change, the more things stay the same. What can I say? Fox Cities defense in the front of the pack. Dairyland Dolls in the rear of the pack. No pack call. Grand Slam, Hammurabi. Chick Norris out and free. 4-point pass for Chick Norris. Hammurabi doesn't look like she's got all of her wheels at this exact second. And she gamely tries the outside, met by Bananarama. Forced to the outside again. Chick Norris tries to dodge around a binary system of Dairyland Dolls defenders. Does so. Completes a 4-point scoring pass for Fox Cities. Chick back in for another scoring pass. She passes Hammurabi, and that ought to be a Roller Con Grand Slam for Fox Cities.
So each team picking up double digits on that jam. 12 for Dairyland Dolls and Fox Cities 13. Score now 166 Dairyland Dolls, 141 Fox Cities.
That's back to a 25-point lead. When all said and done, after all that scoring and bashing around, Fox Cities chopped 1 point off the Dairyland Dolls lead. Fox Cities will yield Deviled Meg as jammer of record, 1701 in the gray. And that is Jocelyn Hell, number 1967 blue. She is the jammer of Dairyland. Got one to beat, gets around Tilly Screams. Does so, lead jammer Jocelyn Hell, Dairyland Dolls. Deviled Meg getting hemmed up nicely in the pack by Booty Collins and number 32 Dalek Doll. Now gives number 750 Whiskey Chaser, the captain, the slip. She's out on her scoring pass, but points already being scored by Dairyland. 2. It's going to be a 27-point lead now, 168 to 141. 3 cubed is the lead, 12 and a half minutes to go.
3 cubed.
Chopstick taking the jammer star for Fox Cities. Ginger Snap taking the jammer star for Dairyland. And pack opens up midway between the jammer and pivot lines. Ginger Snap breaks through that last 2 pod of Fox Cities defenders. Lead jammer is going to go to Dairyland, and in fact has. Chopsticky has got 3/4 of the defensive force and fury. Got a track cut being whistled. We got a forearm being whistled, but none of them appear to be on Chopsticky. It is actually on Ginger Snap, so it is now an all-about Derby power jam for Fox Cities. As Ginger Snap sits in the Rydell penalty box, and this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes. It appears to be an event-free 2 minutes as the defense holds Chopstick in check. Now she emerges with that Roller Con Grand Slam, 5 points off the lead. We have got Bonnie Raya taking a seat in the Rydell penalty box. We've got another Roller Con Grand Slam, 5 more for Chopstickia. All About Derby Power Jam has subsided. But the scoring has not. That's a 4-point pass for Chopstickia.
And Chopstickia is really cutting into that lead with a little help from the Dairyland Dolls jammer penalty.
And Virginia Snap getting 4 of those points back. We will see how the point trading escapades go right now, as this is, in fact, as we so echoingly stated, going to be a full 2-minute jam, and nobody's going to be able to call it off. Scoring and defense shall be the watchword. 4 points shall be earned by the Dairyland Dolls. Chopsticky in the middle of some kind of scoring pass, and now in the middle of the pack, and I don't know. 1 more point picked up, actually, for the Dairyland Dolls. Chopsticky did get all 4 points on that last scoring pass. So Fox Cities outscores Dairyland 18-9 on that particular jam. 177 to 159 is our score. We're under the 10-minute mark, and we have got a 16-point lead, 2 to the 4th power. More too sweet to be sour.
That was Fox City's biggest jam of the second half. Total of 18 points.
And it looks like Banana Ramya up front. Excuse me, that's Chick Norris, jammer for Fox Cities, and that is Toast, the jammer for Dairyland. Razor from Fox Cities appears to be be sitting in the Rydell penalty box, and lead jammer is going to go to Toast, and the Dairyland Dolls a B team.
Some sponsor reads in.
Smothering defense at the front of the pack by Dairyland. Piercing the wall of blue and escaping on her initial scoring pass is a Chick Norris. Already in the midst of a scoring pass is Toast. Toast given the signal to call it off. She does so. 2 unanswered points for Dairyland. Going to be a 20-point lead right now. 8 3/4 minutes to go.
And 42 Lounge. Want to celebrate your big win with a drink? Head to 42 Lounge for great drink specials. Get a PBR, Miller Lite, High Life, with a shot of Tullamore Dew for $5 and $1 off specialty cocktails all weekend for anyone who shows their ticket stub or badge. 42 Lounge is located at 326 East Basin Street.
The 42 Lounge does sound like the answer to life, the universe, and everything, but until such a point in time, we shall mention that a Deviled Meg jammer for Fox Cities, Eleanor Roosevelt, making one of her infrequent jammer appearances for Dairyland Dolls, and we have got a track cut, and we have got number 7734. Hell Woods taking a seat in the right tail penalty box. Lead jammer is Deviled Meg of Fox Cities. Pack ejecting everybody left and right. Points being scored by Deviled Meg. Track cut being called on someone, and that someone is, in fact, Deviled Meg. It is now going to be an all-about Derby power jam for Dairyland.
Star pass to the pivot, Micro Muller.
And there's a star pass to the pivot, Micro Muller. She is going to be the jammer for Dairyland Dolls now. Also, this is going to go the full 2 minutes. Nobody able to call this one off.
Yeah, Micro Muller looks like she's got some fresh legs. Those legs shall be tested by the Fox Cities defense. Defense goes inside. Micro Muller goes outside. That's a RollerCon Grand Slam. 5 more for Dairyland. Back to a 5 squared point lead. A lot of issues. Knocks Micro Muller out. Abounds. Micro Muller returns. Track cut being whistled, and that's on Micro Muller. A lot of issues, able to induce the jammer penalty. That's a forearm penalty. All kinds of crazy stuff's happening. 4 points for Deviled Meg, who is now on an all-about Derby power jam.
Penalty.
If this jam wasn't going the full 2 minutes before, it's going the full 2 minutes now. That is a RollerCon Grand Slam for Deviled Meg. Fox is back within 2 to the 4th power, a.k.a. 16 points. Called them the Foxes for a 3rd time. That is $3 in the swear jar. So that's going to be 3 more for Deviled Meg. Now a 13-point lead is a little over 6 minutes to go.
So Micro Muller is going to carry over. She's going to be the jammer for Dairyland Dolls on this all-about Derby power jam for Fox Cities.
It's going to be spearheaded by Chopstickia, and we have whistles and an official timeout. Looks like they're going to be putting a jammer lap point on. It's going to be a 12-point lead, I believe, 184 to 172. I believe that's what the official review is about. If not, I've been brutally lied to. All right, Chopstickia remains the only jammer, and it remains a very brief all-about Derby power jam till you notice otherwise. Chopstickia being worked out by Hammer Abby, who's playing some fine pivot in addition to her scoring festivities. Micro Muller reloads under the inside. Micro Muller lead jammer Dairyland. Chopstickia beleaguered behind a duo of Dairyland defenders. Micro Muller gives Tsunami Mommy the slip. That's a grand slam of the RollerCon variety for Dairyland.
It looks like there's a star pass for Fox Cities to Dairy Eris from Chopstickia.
Dairy Eris having some manner of head covering debacle, but 3 more points for Micro Muller and Dairyland. We're under 5 minutes to go right now with your score. 192 Dairyland, 172 for Fox Cities. 20-point lead. Timeout taken by Fox Cities.
That's it. So take some time to visit BB's. Build a breakfast and build a burger. There's something for everyone at Build a Breakfast and Build a Burger. You dream it, we build it. Get 10% off your meal all day when you mention BrewHaHa. Happy hour specials from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. feature buy one, get one free appetizers, rail drinks, and call drinks. BB's is located at 633 West Wisconsin Avenue. Also, Pita Brothers, Head to Peter Brothers for exciting Mediterranean and American flavor combinations. Receive 25% off your order when you show your badge or ticket stub. Located near Marquette University campus, Peter Brothers is located at 1614 West Wisconsin Avenue.
633 West Wisconsin Avenue would be right across the street from the old Norman Apartments, which burned down in the 90s at 634 West Wisconsin Avenue. In case you were wondering about historical landmarks that are no longer with us.
I was, thank you.
I live to serve. Chick Norris jammer a record for Fox Cities. Jocelyn Hell jammer for the Dairyland Dolls. In case you wandered in off the straight, the Dairyland Dolls B team in the blue. Fox Cities in the gray. And Jocelyn Hell gives the defense of Fox Cities the slip. She is lead jammer for Dairyland. Chick Norris now attempting to escape and does so. She's on her scoring pass. Jocelyn Hell virtually untouched to the inside with a nice hop move I was not expecting. That's a 4-point pass for Dairyland. Going to be a 24-point lead and another timeout taken by Fox Cities.
Rivalry Sports Bar, BrewHaHa brunch special offered Saturday and Sunday with free Bloody Marys and free mimosas for all participants and fans at Rival. It's going to be a timeout for Fox City.
Dr. Eric Peifel of the Orthopedic Institute of Wisconsin and Mosh, M-O-S-H, wishes you a safe BrewHaHa. We are here for all your injuries on and off the track.
So Rivalry Sports Bar on the river downtown. Post hashtag BrewHaHa brunch to Facebook or Twitter and receive an extra 10% off your bill. Rivalry is located in the 3rd Ward at 222 North Water Street.
You had me at hash. Back on the jammer line for Fox Cities, that is number 717, the Dairy Heiress. She shall be paired with number 218, Toast, when action resumes, as it so often does. $196 to 172 our score, 2-dozen-point lead to be overcome in the next 4 minutes and 10 seconds or thereabouts by Fox Cities. Derriere is getting a lot of separation between the two sides. Derriere muscles her way through that defense, and that's a track cut, and Derriere is heading to the Rydell penalty box. It's an all-about Derby power jam in favor of Dairyland. Lead jammer is going to be Toast. Dairyland Dolls in the catbird seat at this exact moment. I don't know what the catbird seat is, but by golly, they are in it. And moving from the catbird seat to the great wide open, Toast resumes her scoring pass or something, embarks upon it.
Yeah, she got recycled back in at her initial.
It's important to recycle.
And out of the last 7 jams, the Dairyland Dolls have been dominant. There's only one time Fox City's been had lead.
The milk clearly does their body good. Derriere is back to the land of the living from the Rydell penalty box, but points scored, and that is a RollerCon grand slam. 5 more points for the Dairyland Dolls B team. Dairyland Dolls forced to confront the full force and fury of the Dairyland defense. Fox City's establishing their defense in the front of the pack. And right now, everybody trying to find the momentum wherewithal to blast through said defense.
And it's going to be a back block on Fox City's jammer.
And it's going to be another all-about Derby power jam for the Dairyland Dolls. As the Derriere takes another seat in the Rydell penalty box. If indeed the Dairyland Dolls were not in the catbird seat previously, they are in the catbird seat now with a RollerCon grand slam to their credit, putting themselves over the bicentennial mark. 206 points with 206 to go. Well, wonders never cease. And it's going to be a 34-point lead. I beg your pardon, with under 2 minutes to go. This possibly could be the last jam of the game.
Did you call a timeout? She's got a timeout. Is that Fox City?
Fox's timeout.
And Fox City's taking a timeout. Looks like a short one.
Their last regular
They're
time.
done.
All about Derby Power Jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls, and it shall commence with Hammer Abbey at the forefront. As everybody scoots to the pivot line, because that's what all the hip kids are doing these days. Fox City's going to have to pull a number of defensive rabbits out of hats here, as well as some offensive fireworks, and no rabbit shall be pulled from the hat. Emerging from the outside, lead jammer is Hammer Abbey and the Dairyland Dolls. Hammer Abbey basically in control of the fate of this game. Clobbered to the inside at turn 3.
A lot of issues. Go ahead to the penalty box. Looks like a high block.
And it looks like that. Rydell penalty box filling up with Fox City's defenders. I think Hammer Abbey ready to salt this one away with another Roller Con Grand Slam.
Attempted the apex jump. Has to get recycled back behind the Fox City
It's the
blockers.
thought that counts.
And it looks like there's a star pass.
That is Bernana Ramya taking the star for Fox Cities. And we have maximum occupancy at the Rydell penalty box. 2 Fox Cities defenders standing, 1 sitting. All manner of bedlam and chaos. And Hammer Abbey scoots through somehow, propelled by bodily bashing for another Roller Con Grand Slam. I think this one is, as Ted Davis would say, in the bank and earning interest for the Dairyland Dolls B team.
And Bonnie Rice headed to the penalty box at the end of that jam for a forearm. They're going to start off with 1 blocker in the box. Let's go to Classic Slice. Head to Classic Slice for the best pizza in Milwaukee. Specialties including build your own, gluten-free, vegan pizzas by the slice means Classic Slice offers something for everyone. Show your BrewHaHa badge or ticket stub and receive a 15% off your meal. Classic Slice is located at 2797 South Kinnikick Avenue. Kinnikick Avenue in the Bayview neighborhood.
All right. Well, we see our Fox Cities who were devoid an actual timeout proper. They're going to be using their official review as a timeout, which you can do without scorn from the neighbors, just so they can get one more jam off with the jam clock under 30 seconds. Otherwise, that jam clock would have just ticked away to 0, to negative infinity or something before they got another jam off. So, in hopes of pulling off a 46-point jam and arresting this one from the jaws of defeat, Dairyland Dolls have taken their official review. Well, nothing is actually officially being reviewed. Or something. Going to have Jocelyn Hell versus Deviled Meg as our presumptively final jammers of the evening, afternoon, whatever it is. Derby time knows no functional bounds. Illegal procedure being called. That is going to send Stain Abby Von Shanks to the Rydell penalty box. And Deviled Meg picks up lead jammer, the final lead jammer of the game, we'd like to think. So absent any clear and present plan to score 46 points this jam, a 4-point pass is made by Jocelyn Hell of the Dairyland Dolls. Deviled Meg completes her 4-point pass, and right now people basically trading passes. Four more for Deviled Meg, and we have got a low block for Jocelyn Hell. So suddenly it's an all-about Derby power jam for Fox Cities. With less than a minute to go, I'm rather unclear as if this deficit can actually be made up, but this does make things interesting. Or interestinger. Non-negatively more interestinger. And as the Fox Cities defense sets to ward against a jammer who is not on the track, we have got Devil Meg trying to sneak through on the outside, flirting with the track, spinning like a turnstile. Under 30 seconds to go now. And both defenses set now. Ain't nothing shaking but the leaves on the trees in the scoring department right now. Devil Meg seems to have passed a pelvis or two on her way. That's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
The unofficial score now is 224 for Dairyland Dolls and 188 for Fox Cities.
All right, what the heck? Your victor all the way from Madison, Wisconsin. Let's hear it for the B team of the Dairyland Dolls.
Thank you for your help.
And back up the newly minted I-41 from Appleton, Wisconsin. It's your Fox Cities Roller Derby All-Stars. All right, next game is over on the other track, I think, at 5 p.m. It is Capital City versus DuPage. It's actually here. You're right. I beg your pardon. Don't go anywhere because we know track 2 is the track that parties the hardest. Closing messages, Daddy Pants.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Hammer Abby had 87 points in this game. She was the high scorer for the Dairyland Dolls. And looks like Chick Norris for Fox City. She was the highest scoring jammer for that team. Fantastic job by both of these teams. Very entertaining game. They kept it close for most of it. And I want to thank you, Reverend Norb, for your insight and all of your ability with numbers.
I'd like to thank you for allowing me to spit all over your shoulder.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Next boat is whatever I said it was, and it starts at 5. Capital City versus DuPage. Home of the DuPage Comic Con. Don't you dare miss it.
Don't miss it. Be there.
Thanks.